Welcome back. So, auction vehicles. So, we specialize in the garbage and junk that dealerships can't fix, don't want to fix, can't afford to fix, or don't make sense to fix, and then they ship that right to the auction, and then a buyer for a private lot or another dealership, or the owner of a dealership, used car dealership, pre-owned dealership, whatever you want, buys that headache or problem car, and then they send it to a guy like me who's a specialist who fixes those cars. So I would say your average guy who's doing tires all day long and wheel alignment is not your specialist mechanic. Would you say that?
No, it might just be somebody looking for a job.
I'm just saying, a guy who specializes in all the garbage and problems and headaches that go to the auction that other shops can't figure out, don't want to fix, can't fix, can't afford to fix,
I agree with that.
don't want to fix, don't make sense to fix, winds up to auction, and then winds up to a guy like me who can fix those problems. And typically, if I can't fix the problems, then it's definitely not worth fixing, that's for sure.
I agree.
And then those cars go right back to the auction for somebody else who's willing to fix those cars. Typically, when I say this car is beyond serviceable limits, it's unrepairable, it doesn't make sense to repair it. But how often does that happen when we get auction cars? And we see 20 auction vehicles a week on average for recon.
It's not very often that you can't figure out what's wrong
Correct.
with
There's not very often that I can't fix or figure out what's wrong with that
because
car.
it'll bother you until you figure it out.
And they come from Honda dealerships, Ford dealerships, Toyota dealerships. So the customer takes their car to their favorite flavor dealership, says, obviously my mechanic can't fix it, or it's too expensive to fix, or they just don't want that car anymore. Most of the time it's because there's an underlying issue with the car that they don't want to commit to fixing anymore. Or the dealership says it can't be fixed, and Ford Boss Me can back me up with that. He's had vehicles from other dealerships, Ford dealerships, that said they couldn't fix it, or they could fix it and didn't fix it, and it was misdiagnosed or underdiagnosed and so on. And that goes on all day long. And I even did a video about a Chevy dealer around the corner from me who did that to a customer of mine, and they gave him a $3,000 estimate. We fixed it for like $600. Like, come on. So my point is, the guys who bash me that we're just a Meineke and we're just a Quick Lube, dude, we're way above that. There's not too many people who are involved in wholesale recon because of the difficulty in recon in those vehicles. Thanks for watching.